Welcome to Fibertown. Glad you're here for episode 157. It's the 18th of June, 2016, and if you are new, thank you for coming to say hello and see me on my porch. Sometimes I'm in my kitchen, but today it's a lovely day, and I have a few moments to myself. If you are a returning viewer, I love you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for chatting with me. I've got some stuff to talk about. Thought I would podcast earlier in the week, but my refrigerator died. And everything that goes along with that has had to happen. So I bought a new fridge this morning. I paid half price for a dented fridge. I hate spending money on appliances, and I'm going to slap somebody's report card over it anyway, so excellent. Yeah. So I feel very accomplished today. I bought an appliance, and now I'm going to talk to you all. So I have a winner of a prize. The wonderful handspun shelf was an Instagram contest. I'm so glad if you were able to enter it. It's the first Instagram contest I did, and it was a lot of fun. I love seeing the pictures. I love being able to just pop in that hashtag. Sorry, my hair it's summer hairdo today. Pop in the hashtag and just see what people have put up. So there were 65 pictures. And the winner of the beautiful Fiber Monster bats, here they are, 3 of them. I think they're about an ounce each, as well as the Turtle Made supported spindle, which you can also use suspended, you know. The winner, here it is. Hive Tender, you are the lucky winner. So contact me on Instagram, please. Send me a message. And if you don't know how to do that, PM me on Ravelry. But I just want to make sure it's the actual person who's getting in touch with me. So congratulations, Hive Tender. You won a really lovely prize. And let's talk about another really lovely prize donated kindly by the Woolly Thistle on Etsy. Woolly with 2 L's. Claire from the New Hampshire Knits podcast has an amazing Etsy store where she imports British yarn, so you don't have to. And so we have 2 Brit yarns. We have West Yorkshire Spinners and the Passion Fruit Cocktail Self-Striping. I'm knitting this now. It's so much fun. And it's 35% BFL and 25 nylon. And the rest of it's another just kind of generic British wool. And then this amazing skein of the coveted Tamar by Blacker Yarns, which is a luster blend. It has British long wools blended with Cornish mule for bounce. The winner this month is going to win both of these skeins. Now, the knit-along is called the Free-along. Welcome to summer. Hopefully you're free to have some good times. And tell me how your knitting reflects that, or your crafting in general. And that is on the Ravelry group, which is Fiberspace Town Space Podcast, if you can't find it. Okay. I have a lot of whips. I have no FOs because I have a lot of whips. Where shall we start? How about this, the Threshold. I finished a sleeve, and I think the last time I showed you I had ripped out part of the sleeve. Here it is. It gets a bit of the patterning, that bundle stitch with the twisted stitches, and then a very long ribbed cuff. So it wants, the ribbing on the cuff is written to be like the ribbing up here, which has some variation to it. Occasionally you have 2 knits together. I just could not be bothered. I just did a twisted rib where I just twisted the knit stitches, knit them through the back loop. Yeah, I was just done with that sleeve. And you might remember that the sleeve is too small. And you need to pick up 78 stitches along the armhole for my size. Could have sworn I did that, but no. I only picked up 70. Now it fits, it's snug, it's been blocked, it fits, it's snug. And the sleeve is done. So I'm left with the dilemma of, do I rip it out? all the way back to the armhole. Now I've started the other sleeve correctly. Of course, now I'm not doing the decreases completely correctly. I don't know. Sleeves drive me nuts sometimes. I think that's pretty common in sweater knitting for a lot of people. So this is The Threshold by Melanie Berg. What do I want to say about this? It's knit out of Hazelnut's Artisan Sock. Ooh, that's a pretty good representation. Outdoor Light for the win. So yeah, it's not completely blocked, so hopefully it'll grow some more. But I love it. I want it done. I want it in my stash. Gorgeous. This is the Quill colorway, Big Wheels from a Fiberspace trunk show. Okay, that is the first work in progress. Then we have, let me show you my cocktail socks. This is the yarn that is up to be as a prize. There it is. This is the Passion Fruit Cooler colorway, and I have started on, I made a shortish cuff. I did 3 repeats of the color. How fun is that? Love it. 3 repeats of the stripes. And now I'm doing my gusset, and I have dropped a stitch that I think I'm going to need a crochet hook to do it justice. So I'm going to put that back in its bag very carefully. And another Holland Handmade bag. Yeah, moving right along. I don't know what happened to me, but I decided I don't have enough socks on the needles. Which means I'm never going to finish the socks I have on the needles. Because I now have cast on 3 pairs. This was from a Fiber Fairy Godmother. I love this stuff. This is Opal, or as I've heard German podcasters say, Opal. And I do not know the colorway. Mosaic Farbe 1110. That's the colorway. And I have acquired some, what are these called? 9-inch circulars. So I've done a row and a half. I think this would be a great sock for a contrasting cuff, but I'm just going to go for it in this colorway, or with the main colorway. Don't know yet how I feel about these, because ribbing is really not that much fun anyway for me on a sock, because I just want to get going. So I'm reserving judgment. Those are Hiya 9-inch sharps. Not my favorite, just because my preference, I'm a pusher with my fingertip, and so I get punctures. And the Hiya sharps are very sharp. So I prefer ChiaoGoo's. I requested that Looped in DC order me some, and I just got a call that they were in, so hopefully I have a friend who's going to pick them up today. All right, moving along. Yeah. Let me show you the other sock. It's in a very cute bag that Intuit Knits made for me. This was something that I did on our dye day, which was a week ago, and we dyed sock blanks, among other things. I'll show you the rest of it later on in, I guess, acquisitions. I don't know. I dyed a sock blank. Not throwing away my shot. Any other Hamilton fans? I know you're out there because there are a lot of us right now. Yeah, so this is a double knit sock blank. I won't buy those anymore. They are not fun to deal with. And so out of some lunacy, I have decided to cast on 2 at a time Magic Loop socks. And here they are. I have a 40-inch, yes, a 40-inch ChiaoGoo circular, and you can just cast on 2 socks right onto it. Magic Loop them both. Have you done that? Have you done that kind of cast on before? It is, it's not that hard. It's just yarn management, really. And, you know, I've knit socks this way before, and that's what it comes down to, yarn management. And also the fact that you feel like it's taking forever, but when the socks are done, they're done. So how do you do that cast on? You cast on half of your stitches for the first sock, push it down to the other end of the needle, cast on all of the stitches for the second sock, push them down, pull, sort of adjust and pull the first half stitches up, and then put a loop through the second sock, so you have all the stitches for the second sock, and then you cast on the last half of the stitches for the first sock. And I know that sounds super confusing, but it's not. I think I saw a video on YouTube years ago on how to do it. So if I had a spare needle, I would give you a visual, but it's probably better on YouTube. I am not a tutorial person. I could show you in real life, but I don't have the video set up to do those. I know I've been asked to do those before, and that's not going to happen. But despair not, because there are lots of good ones already out there. So yeah, so these are actually kind of fun to knit on. I feel like I don't want to take them anywhere, because it's just the more you move them, the more tangled they get. So far, I mostly just have the pink. So for the dyeing, I kettle dyed the blank. Then, a la Andre Sue Knits, I added some, guar gum to my dye and stenciled the rest. And then I just flicked some dye on there in speckles. So, and the hair is really, really horrible today. Just washed it, can't do a thing with it. Let's just do this. There we go. So that is these new socks. And they have little cuffs, little teeny weeny cuffs. So you can see, this is the way the socks sit on the needle. There we go. Boom. Put these back in the bag very carefully. And I still have more works in progress. Let's see the pincha. The pincha is from Pinpalan Wangsai. That is the designer. I have it memorized, finally. I have, I think, 8 feathers. It hasn't gotten any knitting in a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 8. This is a free pattern on Knitty. This is another Crafty Girl sock, like a merino nylon, and it's a fingering weight, and it's the Gamut colorway, and cannot beat this. So many short rows, which means that I had to rip out the 8th one twice and redo it. And it probably still has some issues, but it's done and I'm moving on. So if my attention is not just so, I'm going to mess up on this thing. Almost every single, I think every single row is a short row. Just be warned, it's not hard, it just requires concentration. Now, the last work in progress, I have worked on a lot this week, but I'm not going to show it to you. It is a new design. I'm pretty pleased with it so far. It is a shawl, and this is Ross Farm Leicester Longwool Lamb, which is an American livestock breed, critical breed. And sorry, I have dye still under my fingernail. It's amazing how long the dye has lasted on my fingernails. So there she is. There's Angela. Isn't she adorable? Looks like a fuzzy little teddy bear. I just adore knitting with this. So I am keeping the design in a gift from Claire from New Hampshire Knits. She made this cute little notebook for me. So yes, I'm also working on the cowl design. So within the next, sometime by the end of summer, you all should see that one out. And kits from Shop Teasel. So yeah, that should be fun. That is all I have. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 works in progress. That's even before spinning. But let me show you my dye day stuff first. So I did the sock blank. I threw a last skein of yogurt, threw some dye on that. Navies and blacks made this colorway. Yogurt was a fleece spin that I did. Then I over-dyed these two, which were just sort of a pink I didn't really love. I just threw them in the pot with some purple, and they're a mauve. So this will be a weft, not a weft, a warp. It's an alpaca, 100% alpaca. On my rigid heddle, most likely. So, what else? Oh, I took a bit of fleece, just fiber, roving, that Sarah brought, my friend Sarah, who hopefully will podcast with me next weekend, and possibly our friend Leanne if she can. Yeah, and we dyed, this was gray to begin with. I don't know the kind of wool it was. And we dyed it, we over-dyed it. Well, it wasn't dyed, but it was a natural gray, and we threw some golds and chartreuse and russet and brown on there. And I just took off a little section for myself. It reminds me like of the Meetup Hill in the Rhinebeck Fairgrounds. Dutchess County Fairgrounds. That's what you call it. So now to spinning. I wonder if you can hear my neighbors' children yelling, "You're a bully." That's what one of them just said. And one of them is a bully. That's neither here nor there, but they're entertaining because they're loud. You may be able to hear them. So spoiler alert, I have spun up the latest Highland Handmaids Club colorway. It's amazing. Get well, Heather. I don't know if you watch my podcast, but she just had major surgery, and all of the best recovery wishes to you. This is her latest Colibri. I spun it a 2-ply, and I just broke the braid in half horizontally, and it's just stunning. This is 446 yards, superwash merino, and I put my little tape. Be happy, be happy. I don't know what it'll be. It's a 2-ply, so it limits what I will use it for. It's not really enough for a shawl. Be great weaving. I need to weave some more with my hand spun. I adore it. I've just got a lot going on. End of the year for students, and then for my husband, who is an administrator and a teacher. I think he's been working 15-hour days the past 2 weeks. So it's been crazy. And then I've been doing a lot of going to a lot of end of school festivities and ceremonies and activities. So time for things like weaving has just not been around. Plus the fridge died. But you don't care. Okay, let's talk more spinning. Oh my goodness, the Serenity Farms package I showed you guys. I have spun up 2 of those little bumps that Granny Sheep sent to me. Here are 2 of them. All right, I'm going to tell you what exactly they are. Here's the thing. I wrote it down. Okay. This is a Corriedale and Coopworth roving. Wait, no. This is a Corriedale and Coopworth roving. Beautiful. This is my favorite so far to spin. I love Coopworth. I have a Coopworth Cross as my next fleece to clean and process. Well, clean. It's not next in line for processing. What is next in line for processing? Probably one of my long wools. Is that right? Anyway, so this is on my Bosworth Moosey, which is a great spindle. This is on my Golding Tsunami, which I think is an even better spindle. And this one is a blend of wool, Corriedale and wool with some Angora Bunny. And it does have occasional blips of color in there. You can see the pinkiness to that. And occasionally there's a tiny bit of green or red. It's a very subtle blending. Now on this one, this is a Spanish Peacock drop spindle. This is silver and brown Corriedale with Morit Bond. Wait, is that right? No, sorry. Nope, this is gray-brown Corriedale. I labeled it wrong. And this is the new spin. Spinning all of these pretty quick and dirty. Like, I don't want them too thin. I just want to enjoy them, not spin on them forever. And this is the one that's a swirl. This is next of silver and brown Corriedale with Morit Bond. Look at the three-way. That didn't sound right. My goodness. It's a triple swirl. Let's call it that. So yeah, lovely spinning. Plus, also from Serenity Farms, are the locks I showed you last time, and I have washed them. So this one is Murtaugh. He's a yearling Corriedale Weather. Here are his locks washed up. So these will get combed and are carded. This is Kelly, 3-year-old Corriedale with a ewe with a soft crimp. Beautiful. Beautiful. Remember these? Did I show you these last time? They've washed up gorgeously. This one is Hilda, a 5-year-old Corriedale silver with a, oh, just love her color. She might be my favorite. But this one is amazing too. Kimber, 3-year-old Corriedale ewe. Gorgeous. I think Hilda might be my favorite color out of the 4. Okay, then for spinning, I have started a massive spin of a pound of Cormo Top from Reflections at Rocklands. I've spun maybe 1.5 ounces, maybe 2 ounces. Yeah. I'm not washing my last fleece until I forget more basket space to store it in. Sorry, noises. That's it for spinning, I believe, yes. Now, I'm doing a little bit of sewing, not as much as I would like. I have cut out another, oh, I'm wearing a washi dress that I made maybe 2 years ago, a year ago. This one gets a fair amount of wear in the summer. Anyway, I'm gonna make another Alabama Shannon style A-line tunic dress. Really long. And this is the fabric. This is a pocket piece that I've cut out. So it's an art gallery knit. They have really nice knits. I'm hoping this is not going to be too see-through. I'm not lining a knit dress. It'll be okay. So, but this particular one was on sale. I'm not sure if I want to wear a big dress like that that's a lighter color, so I got the sale fabric to sort of see if I liked it. And if I do, I might buy another lot of a floral print that's on the lighter side. Acquisitions. Okay, so other than the dye day with my squad, we went to a Fiberspace event. Oh, I forgot to bring the bag out, but we got a swag bag as we went into the event. It's a beautiful pink bag, big, nice like tote bag with a logo on it. And then this is what was in it. Let's see, a very beautiful needle gauge. This would be great for travel. And this is from KW, not sure what that stands for. They have their own signature lavachet bar, and that's like a lavender and magnolia. So we got that. We got a Manos little mini skein, a Fiberspace tape measure, and we got this endless wrap pattern. Ooh, that's pretty. That would be endless to knit, wouldn't it? Crazy. This better be out of like worsted weight yarn. I haven't even looked at it yet. It's Endless Wrap by Sylvia Hager, Blue Sky Fibers, Woolstock worsted, yes. Fine Highland wool, 9 hanks of 123 yards. So close to 1,000 yards. Oh, no, more than 1,000 yards. Math. Math is fun. Now, there were some celebrities there. Whatever you want to say about knitting the knitterati, I mean, what are you going to call them? They're well-known knitters and designers and yarnies. Yarnies might be a good word for them. Anyway, I bought a skein of Jill Draper Make Stuff. This is the Esopus base which I have on good authority, that's how you say it. I would have said Esopus, but nope, it's Esopus. This is 500 yards of looks like a super tight twist. Not sure how many plies, a lot. It's all superwash merino. This is the malachite colorway, and it's not at all showing up correctly out here. Let me see if you can see it against the Cormo. Not even then. Okay, well, it's green. It's a dark green, but it's lighter than that. So yeah, just to try it out, she's got a really good price point for 500 yards. And she sources her wools locally in the Hudson Valley. And I think she has them processed, well, they're processed, yes, spun in America. I'm not sure where. Is that all? Oh, we also went to Sew Stitch shop. Now I'm doubting what it's called. Shoot. I bought a pattern, and I had a lovely service there this time around. I hadn't really in the past. I'd been there 2 previous times, and wasn't the best service experience, but this more than made up for it. Yes, Stitch Sew Shop in Alexandria, Virginia, just around the corner from Fiberspace. Great service this time, learned some things, very helpful, so very pleased. And their Liberty of London is like $6 cheaper than other places I've seen it, which surprised me. So anyway, this is made by Ray, who is also the designer of the washi dress. And I've made the washi dress in like between 7 and 10 different variations I've made of this pattern. I've gotten my money's worth. So I decided to get this one, the Ruby. You can make a top, you can make a dress. I need to knit this, or sew this very soon. It's super cute. I may have to go out and get some fabric for it. Oh darn. Yes, and it's good for a lot of different types of fabric. You just need something with drape. This needs to be a more stable fabric, but this part needs to be drapey. It is a little bit gathered, which I'm not super good at, but I figure I'll practice. Linen, rayon, chelly, or chalice. I'm told you can say it both ways. Shot cotton, voile, double gauze, some knits. I wish she was more specific about what kind of knits. I guess drapier knits. Yeah. That's the last acquisition, folks. So, join us over on the Ravelry group. Oh, we are being visited. Come on, kitty cat. Come on, look. There might be a cookie up here for you. I'm lying. See if she jumps up. What was I saying? Oh, come and visit us on the Rav group. Come and visit us on Instagram. And by us, I mean Alice and me. I'm Chain of Fools on Ravelry. Fibertown with an R-E on Instagram. Hey, dude, we can't see you. There she is. Sit down. Sit. Sit. Good girl. Sometimes she can't hear. She can only see. So, I tend to do a visual and a voice command. If she's deciding to ignore the voice command, she can't ignore the visual. How you doing? Been sunbathing today? What's on your muzzle? What's on there? So, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Oh, this is in under a half hour. That's good. Maybe I should blather on until we reach 30 minutes. I love hearing from you guys, just FYI. Thank you for getting in touch with me on episode threads on Ravelry. I really love that. And I need to sort of get back and respond to some of you. So, all right, my friends. Alice. Hang on. My mouse does not work on the glass top of the table. Here we go. So, Alice, you want to say bye-bye to people? You're going to go bye-bye? After dinner, I'll take you for a walk. But not now because it's too hot for you. Because you have no nose. You have no muzzle. But I know you like walkies. Don't ya? Need your collar. Who took your collar off? All right. See you next time.